So you are pursuing your dream life, but nothing has happened. Nothing's happened. Why is that? Why is it that no matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you work, nothing is happening? As I've talked to different people and observed how they live their lives, how they are just the actions that they take, the actions that we automatically think that we need to take, I've observed different things that people have done right, but I've observed the different mistakes that people make when they are pursuing their dream lives. And from sort of that third party perspective, I look at it and I think, oh, well, obviously, of course you don't have your dream life because you are doing this, or you are taking this action, or you are thinking this way. And these mistakes, these things that we do in pursuit of our dream life are actually blocking us and preventing us from having our dream life and living our dream life. And so today, I wanted to share with you 7 mistakes that you might be making as you are trying to create your dream life, trying to live your dream life, and these mistakes are keeping you from your dream life. So the first mistake that you are making is that you are trying to emulate somebody else's dream life. That is a blatantly obvious thing that I see time and time again that people are doing, where they see somebody else living a life and being happy. They see somebody else's happiness, and they automatically assume that in order to be happy, that they need to do that, that that's their dream too. And so they sort of adopt this dream life and this pursuit because somebody else that they see, whether it's somebody that they know or somebody that they trust, somebody that they aspire to be, somebody on social media, they see them living a beautiful life or being happy in their life or whatever it might be. They see that and then they adopt it as their own. For me, I saw a lot of other YouTubers and they were beauty YouTubers. I love the beauty YouTube era, the makeup tutorial era. I just loved it. I was into it, and I was really into the fact that, man, these girls are making money doing something that they love. I'm so attracted to that. And so instead of trying to figure out what I wanted to do on YouTube, I just copied them. I just followed suit. I just said, oh, okay, yeah, if they're doing that, then I need to do that too. That must be my dream too, is to be a beauty guru on YouTube. Instead of looking at what's important to me, what do I want? I just emulated them. The second mistake that you are making in pursuit of your dream life is believing that your dream life consists of nothing but leisure. And I think that we see the pictures on Pinterest and the pictures on Instagram of, oh, we are on this beautiful yacht. Oh, we have this beautiful home. Oh, we're on this beach. We have this vacation. All of these things. We see leisure. And we automatically assume that the dream life means that you don't have to do anything. And we automatically assume that living the dream means that you get to wake up in the morning, drink your coffee on the sofa, and then you drink your wine by the pool, and then you go out to eat, and you have to do nothing ever. And, if you do have something, that people are doing it for you, and all of this stuff. We believe that the dream life is only leisure. And what I have discovered in myself and with other people is that if you have a life where you just do nothing at all, but you have, let's say that you are super successful. Let's say that you do have tons of money. Let's say that you do live in a beautiful home, but you do nothing at all. You're bored and you are unfulfilled, and you are not living the dream life at all because you're unhappy, because you're unfulfilled. And so when you are pursuing the dream life, if you make the mistake of believing that your dream life contains nothing except, lounging about and enjoying, wonderful wine and drinking coffee and yada, 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 if that's what you believe the dream life contains, then you are setting yourself up for a very unfulfilling life, which is precisely the opposite of the dream life. Because in your dream life, You have impact, you have power, and you are fulfilled and satisfied by what your life contains and what is in your life and what you are doing with your life. The third mistake that you are making in pursuit of your dream life is that you're not making the small changes now. And this is something that I noticed in my own life, is that, we look at the dream life and we just sort of think of it as when that happens. We see it as something in the future. And we fail to actually make the changes that we need to make now. Whether that is, I keep a tidy home. I exercise on a regular basis. I'm doing these things in order to obtain this career or this business or this success. We don't make the small changes now. And I'm not saying that, in my dream life, I'm living in this home, and so I need to go build this home. That's not possible for everybody. But how can you change your life now to sort of, to look that way, to go towards that goal? Maybe you need to change your finances and how you spend your money and how you budget. Maybe in your dream life, you have this certain health, this standard of health, this lifestyle of health. Maybe you start making the small changes now. Maybe you make the changes to your career that you're doing. I know that for me, with this YouTube channel, for the longest time, I looked at it as, when I am a big YouTuber, then I imagine myself having this kind of backdrop. I imagine myself having this kind of sound quality, these kinds of thumbnails, these kinds of titles, and then I wouldn't do it. And then I wouldn't take the action now. I wouldn't do the thing that I said I was going to do in the future. The way to bring your life, to bring your dream life to you, is to start making the small changes now. You need to start moving in that direction. Because if you don't make the changes, you're never going to get there. Mistake number 4 that you might be making in pursuit of your dream life is that you are blaming other people for the fact that you don't have your dream life. Now, I was guilty of this 100%, and I consistently and constantly have to sort of recenter myself. And I don't necessarily think that it is this. It's not like the pointing of the fingers as in you are accusing other people, and it's not like this abuse of other people necessarily. What I have discovered is that when you blame other people for the fact that you don't have something, or for the fact that you aren't living a certain way, when you blame other people for that, then you take away your power. And this is something that I read about in the book, You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay, is that in order to have power over your life, in order to realize that you do have power over your life, you need to own your life. You need to own what your life looks like. You need to take ownership of your decisions. You need to take ownership of the status of your life and where you are in your life. And when you own it and say, yep, I did this. I put myself here because I made certain choices, because I took certain paths. Sure, there are certain things that we don't always have control over when we're small children and adults are making decisions for us. We don't always have power. But as we get older, we have more and more and more and more power until, we have all the power over our life here. We have the power over our decisions. And when you stop blaming other people for the decisions that you've made and for where you have landed, when you stop blaming other people, then you reacquire, you take back the power of your life. And you are able to say, you know what? I got myself here. I can get myself out. Okay, that's something that I tell my niece all the time, where she's like, hey, you need to help me do this. It's like, girl, you got yourself in there. You're going to have to get yourself out. Because I didn't put you there. I didn't put you there. For me, in my life, I was blaming so many people for the fact that, I went to college and I got this degree and I started pursuing this career because all of you guys told me that it was a good decision. And what I realized was that, Ellison, they did not make you go to school where you did. They did not make you go to school at all. They did not make you choose the degree. They did not make you choose the career. They didn't make you choose any of that. They didn't force you. Nobody really has the power to force you. They can scare you. They can intimidate you. They can tell you that bad things are going to happen to you unless you do this or that. They can threaten you, but they can't force you. Not really. And what I realized was that I was blaming people for the decisions I made. And because I was blaming people, I wasn't able to get past it and actually oh, yeah, I made these decisions. Now how can I use these decisions and move forward? When I was blaming other people, I couldn't move forward. And that leads me to the fifth mistake, which is when you are not healing from the resentment that you have from past hurts and past grudges that you have. It is so easy to be hurt by somebody and then just hold on to it. And that becomes your cause. That becomes your mission. That becomes your why, your reason for existence is, doggone it, I'm just so mad at them. And they just hurt me so bad. For me, I had a professor that he was just not nice to me. And he would say the worst things to me and just bring me down about 10 pegs. Now, I think there's always room for being humbled in college, but he really debilitated me mentally. And I just held on to that for so long. I just held on to that and just stewed in it, and I blamed him for things, and I just was angry, and I would take actions for the purpose of, man, I'm going to show him, and he's going to wish that he had just treated me differently. And what I realized was that I was holding on to this resentment, and it was getting me absolutely nowhere because I lost sight of what I wanted. And I lost sight of my why and my reason and my purpose and my mission and my call. I lost sight of it all. And I was just angry and I was bitter, and people don't want to be around that. People aren't attracted to angry, bitter people. I mean, it's a complete turnoff, honestly. And so when you are not healing your life, when you're not releasing the resentment that you have, then, I mean, it stunts you. It stunts you because I'm assuming that in your dream life, that in that picture you have in your mind, you're happy. And I'm assuming that in that picture that you have of your dream life, that you are not still just roasting over that one thing that so-and-so did to you in the past. I'm assuming that you've moved on. I'm assuming that you've let that go and that it's not haunting you anymore. And so the fifth mistake that you are making in pursuit of your dream life is just holding on to that resentment and picking open those wounds that people give to you. And when you just hold on to that, you're not going to go anywhere. The sixth mistake that you are making in pursuit of your dream life and as you create your dream life is that you are worried about pleasing other people. I did the same thing, okay? And this sort of, I mean, these last three really just sort of bundle up, right? Into this, I'm just hyper worried about other people. I was so worried about pleasing my parents. And I was so worried about making sure that they were happy with my decisions and that they were proud of me. And I was just so worried about it. I was just so ate up about it and so wrapped up in this idea of I want to make them proud and I want to make them happy and I want to make them like my life. And I was just so worried about that I lost sight of, hey, this is what I want to do. In fact, I didn't just lose sight of it. Initially, I didn't even know what it was. I didn't even know what it was because I was merely taking action because, oh, they think that's a good idea, so it's a good idea. And that's what I need to do. I just followed. I just obeyed. And this could be anything for you, right? This could be that a teacher says something to you. This could be that your friends are doing something. This could be that so-and-so is doing something. This could be that guy that you really want to date, he's doing something. And whatever it is, you're just so focused on pleasing people that you completely delete what you want. You prevent yourself from pursuing your dream life. Because you're so worried about, oh man, are they happy? Do they like it? It's sort of that need for, getting as many, we're going to say, Instagram likes as possible, right? If people like it, if I acquire more likes and more thumbs up, if I acquire more of that, then that means that I'm making the good decision. The fact of the matter is that sometimes what you need to be doing and what your dream life is and what you are called to do, what you are pulled to do, it is not going to be applauded by anybody. When I started this YouTube channel, people thought it was weird. People still think it's sort of weird. People, nobody's telling me to do this. I say that all the time. Nobody is telling me to do this. There is not a soul on earth who has said to me, Ellison, you need to start a YouTube channel. That is the best decision you could ever make, and you will live the life of your dreams, and it is going to be so fulfilling. No, nobody has ever told me that. Nobody. Sometimes the things that you feel like, I need to do this, I want to do this so bad, nobody is going to applaud you, and nobody is going to be pleased. And sometimes, even when you succeed, nobody's going to be applauding you, and nobody's going to be pleased. And so, I mean, to me, that just means, okay, why even waste my time worrying about what they want? Why not just say, hey, this is what I want, so this is what I'm going to do. The seventh mistake that you are making in pursuit of your dream life, and this is huge. This is huge because I think it's sort of a misconception. And that is chasing money and not purpose. If you were to type into Pinterest right now and say dream life or dream life aesthetic or how to live the dream life, I can almost guarantee you that pictures and graphics are going to come up that have something to do with money, and that it is going to be surrounding money, and it is going to be, it's going to be assumed that there's a lot of money involved. And I mean, that's greed. Okay, I'm just going to put that out there. That's greed. Because if you think that your dream is money, I mean, just listen to that. My dream is money. I mean, it just sort of makes you feel scummy and feel a little bit oily and greasy. And when you are only chasing money, then you have very little impact. You have very little purpose. Because money is just a thing. Money, it really is just a thing. It has no real value other than what people assign it. Whereas when you are able to impact a life and you are able to help people and you are able to serve some kind of group of people, like for me, what's my mission? Well, I want to serve you. I want to make you feel safe and give you the tools that you need to pursue your dream life and to have your dream life. I used to be hyper concerned about money. Every decision I made was, can I make money? Can I make a lot of money? Can I make more money than men? Can I make more money than anybody else in the world? Can I make a lot of money? I mean, it just feels so scuzzy and it feels so ugh, right? When I think about it now. And the fact is that when that was my only goal, I couldn't stick with it. Because money, it comes and it goes. It comes and it goes. It is not a lasting impact. It doesn't last at all. You get it, you spend it, and you don't have it. And so when your goal is money, you will never live the dream because you're constantly going to be chasing money. You're never going to be satisfied with anything that you do because there's always more money to get. And it's not having any kind of impact or power or fulfillment. It's not helping anybody. It's just filling your bank account. And so when you're chasing money, you cannot have fulfillment and you will never live the dream life. But if your dream life is surrounding this idea of this is my mission and this is how I want to help people and impact people, you can live your dream every day. You can live your dream life every single day, every day. And so that is the final mistake for today's video, is that when your dream life is completely reliant on how much money you're making and how luxurious of a life you can live because of this money, you will never get there. because there's always more to get and there's always better to get. If you are living your life with the idea and wanting to obtain the dream life that surrounds the idea of I'm fulfilling a purpose, every single day is an opportunity to fulfill your purpose and to live your dream life. Every single day. It doesn't matter if you don't have this massive company or this successful business or a massive social media platform. It doesn't matter. You can live your dream life every day if you have purpose behind it, and a purpose that impacts others, helps others, and serves others in some kind of way. The money will come. The money will come, but you can't start there. You can never start there because you will never be satisfied. Thank you so much for joining me today, and make sure to stay tuned for my next video where I'm going to be talking about the dark side of self-improvement and whether or not it's worth the risk and whether or not it's worth your time and energy and investment to improve yourself because of this dark side. So stay tuned for that. Thank you again. Make sure to like and subscribe this video to stay in the loop with my future uploads. I love you oh so very much. And until next time, so long.